friends, we are to discuss today one of the most important concerns of research methodology. Friends, in the last class we started to discuss about different types of quantitative research, and we mentioned that there are different types of quantitative research, and by doing so means by pointing towards the various types of quantitative research like experimental type of studies, quasi-experimental type of studies, surveys or survey studies, and correlation type of studies or correlational studies. We mentioned all the specific types of quantitative research, and in the last class, as I do remember, we had, discussion on experimental type of studies. Means the first type, that is, first type of quantitative research, that is, experimental type, we discussed in detail in the last class. Well, friends, today we are to discuss about the other types, that is quasi-experimental type of studies, surveys or survey studies, on the correlation type of studies or correlation studies we are to discuss in detail. Let us see the second slide. First of all, we are to discuss the second one because we had discussion on the experimental type of quantitative research. Specifically, you have had or you have come to know that there are two categories of research. One is quantitative and another is qualitative research methodology. And we are continuing our discussion on quantitative research methodology, and for doing so we discuss about the types of quantitative research, and in the last class we discussed about experimental type of quantitative research, which is very important for the researchers in the field of science, as well as in some specific cases in social sciences too. We follow, means the researchers are to follow quantitative research methodology. Particularly when a researcher in laboratory, particularly researcher of psychology in social science, involved in a study which demands, experimentation in laboratory, then too experimental research methodology has special importance. On other methodologies like quasi-experimental type of studies we are to discuss today, and for doing so, particularly for having proper knowledge on experimental, quasi-experimental type of studies, we are to explain first of all the term quasi, and we see that this term has been originated from Latin, which means as if, almost. It also means seemingly. Whenever it gets difficult to manipulate, there is a handle or control skillfully or control or influence in a clever or understandable way. This should be understandable way. The variables in laboratory settings or situations, the researcher, instead of adopting experimental method, adopts quasi-experimental method. I just have to repeat it again. You have come to know that the term quasi has been derived from, Latin, which basically means as if or almost. So it means seemingly, and whenever it gets difficult, particularly when quasi-experimental type of research methodology is to be followed, here this explanation has special importance for you whenever it gets difficult to manipulate that is handle or control skillfully or control or influence in a clever or understandable way the variables in laboratory settings or situations. The researcher, instead of adopting experimental method, adopts quasi-experimental method. In what is done here in this method, once quasi-experimental method is followed, what is done? In quasi-experimental studies, the researcher as an experimenter selects independent variable. Such variable is not varied or manipulated by the researcher. Let us see this third slide. To make the idea clear enough, we can mention about tsunami. You know certainly about tsunami. See what happens. Suppose as a researcher you are to study the effect of a tsunami on the children who lost their family members. You never can create such a devastating situation artificially in the laboratory setting. Friends, tsunami, this situation can't be artificially created in laboratory situation. And for, you see, studying the impact of tsunami on the psychic level of those children who lost their parents, then what is to be done? In such situation, the researcher is to use the quasi-experimental method. In this situation, from both the groups of children, that is children who lost their family members in tsunami, or children who experienced the situation but didn't lose their family members, samples may be selected. Means for studying the impact, we can select samples from two groups of children. One group who lost their parents in tsunami, another group who witnessed the impact of tsunami, but you see who didn't or who haven't lost their parents in such devastating natural calamity. Let us go back to the fourth slide. Between these two groups, means one who lost their parents in tsunami, another group who witnessed tsunami but didn't lost their parents. The first group may be the experimental group, whereas the second one may be the control group. Children who lost their family members and children who didn't lost their family members, these two groups may be well studied by the quasi-experimental method. In quasi-experimental experiment, it is attempted to manipulate an independent variable in a natural situation using experimental and control groups from people or sample who face the situation or event or gather real life experience, and by doing so we can study the impact of tsunami, you see, in the psychic order of those children who had to lose their parents in such devastating natural calamity. Let us go back to the next slide. It has already, now let us see, we have discussed about quasi-experimental type of study, particularly at the time of explaining about the concept of quantitative research methodology. We have first of all discussed about the experimental type of quantitative research. Second, we have discussed today about experimental type of quantitative research. On third, here we have to discuss about surveys or survey studies. Particularly, this is also one of the most important types of quantitative research. And what happens basically, survey is followed, or this type of study is completed in most of the areas of concern in the field of social science as well as science too. It has already been mentioned that the term survey is originated from the old French word surveyor. This is the surveyor is the old French term, and from this term the term survey has been originated or derived. The term survey is now included carry different meaning, such as look carefully and thoroughly at conduct a survey among a group of people, a general view, examination or description on investigation of the opinions of experience of a group of people based on a series of questions. Means depending on a well set, technically sound and scientifically prepared question depending on the literature of concerning resource area, the researcher with the help of or with the help of the guidance of the supervisor, resource guide, he or she prepares the questionnaire where now specific numbers of items are included on the depending on the questionnaire and distributing the questionnaire to the sample data, necessary data are collected and transport data are analyzed and after analysis interpretation is made and by doing so the researcher goes to the concluding remark or final finding. So friends, in survey resource, what is done? These things are to be done, and with the help of such research has special importance in the field of research because it is one of the very important and simplest way for the collection of necessary resource data, and by doing so we can analyze as well as we can interpret the meaning of collected data, and this way we can go to the final stage, final level or final stage, that is in the form of resource finding. Let us go back to the next slide. To study opinions, attitudes, viewpoints and social facts, etc., survey research has been helping the researchers to find out necessary data to prove the hypotheses according to the set objectives. The main concern of survey research was to find out the existing reality of baseline. Thus or this way, to study various day-to-day life problems, particularly such as particulars of income, literacy rate of a particular place or country at a particular time, crime rate of a particular place at a particular time, etc. Survey research was used or it can be used. Gradually, the area of use of survey research has been getting wider, means it has been expanded. On this way, such research has now been accepted as one of the most sophisticated research techniques for the collection of research data, and after collection for the analysis, and after analysis for the interpretation of the meaning for going to the final stage, that is the findings of a particular research study. Let us go back to the next one. Survey research prescribes and uses various techniques for the collection of resource data. In general, this research favors use of techniques like personal interviews, questionnaires, telephonic surveys, and controlled observations, etc. Regarding these techniques, in the earlier part of this unit, a thorough discussion has already been made. So readers are requested to add the materials that were discussed earlier if they feel the necessity. Means concerning to survey, we have discussed earlier, and that's why for avoiding the repetition of our discussion, we simply have explained the concept of survey research or survey study as one of the most important types of quantitative research, and in survey study, which has become one of the most important tools or techniques or method for the collection of necessary research data. Basically the researchers can use the technique like personal interviews, questionnaires, telephonic surveys and controlled observations, etc. These are specific techniques with the help of which necessary data the researcher can collect on the form. After that, the researcher can go to the next step. Let us go back to the next slide. Now friends, we have discussed it, finished our discussion, the experimental type of quantitative research. We have discussed quasi-experimental type of quantitative research methodology. We have discussed survey or survey research. We have discussed on this is correlational type of studies, or correlational studies is one of the most important types of quantitative research, and this is very important, and that's why you are to study it so much well, because in the field of research of social science as well as in the field of research where of science to this, you see, this particular, you see, type of research methodology can be applied. And now let us see, to make our idea concerning to correlation type of studies or correlation studies clear enough, we are to study and discuss the terms correlation and study in details. Two words are here, one is correlation, another is study, and that's why we are to understand the basic meaning of the term correlation as well as study. The term co means joint, means two, mutual, common, etc. Joint, mutual, common, etc. It also means jointly, mutually, etc. Relation again means the way in which two or more people or things are connected or related. Let us go back to the next slide so that. And now you see, by understanding the first, that is correlation, we have to go back to the second term, that is study. And study is a term which is originated from the Latin term studium, which means zeal. Zeal is a term which is originated from a Greek term zelos, means this way. The term zeal means great energy or enthusiasm for a cause or aim. The term study carries different meanings, such as the devotion of time and attention to gaining knowledge, a detailed investigation and analysis of a subject or situation, and this is very important in the field of research. The term correlation means a relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another. It also means the process of correlating two or more things, as like honesty and you see trustworthiness, like this. Let us go back to the next slide so that we can have the other explanations. Correlation type of studies or correlation studies help to study the relationship between two variables. Whenever the researcher wishes to study the relationship between two variables for the determination of the degree of relationship for prediction purposes, he or she is to use the correlation method. In correlation research, the researcher tries to find out the relationship between two variables, just like honesty and trustworthiness, like this. Let us go back to the next slide. By the study of relationship between two variables, the researcher tries to determine whether the variables are associated or not. In such research, the strength and the direction of the relationship between two variables is represented by a specific number. This number is known as correlation coefficient. The value of this number, which is known as correlation coefficient, generally can range from +1, that is a highly positive relationship, through 0, no relationship, to -1, highly negative relationship. So friends, three things we have got here: +1, highly positive relationship; 0, no relationship at all; and -1, highly negative relationship. These things we can do, and by using statistical technique, we can find out the result, and thenceforth we can report the findings in scientific way, so that people can understand the relationship between, you see, two variables, between the variables which are in the study of a particular researcher. Let us go back to the next slide. We generally find three types of coefficient of correlation, namely positive correlation, negative correlation, and zero correlation. If we assess the two types of variables as x and y, then by positive correlation, it is indicated that when the value of variable x increases, the value of y variable also increases. In brief, it indicates that the increase of the value of one variable influences the value of another variable positively. Likewise, the decrease of value of x variable encourages the decrease of the value of y variable. So friends, these are statistical. You are to pay total, deep attention towards the explanations of the slide, and thenceforth you will understand yourself how we can apply correlation coefficient as one of the most important, one of the most important means for the analysis of resource data. Statistical tool for the statistical tools or techniques or measures for the determination of the value of the variables which are our concern as researchers, so that we can report the findings of our research study. Let us go back to the last slide. Perhaps in a sense, the order of influence of values between the two variables is to some extent cyclic. When the value of coefficient of correlation between the two variables is highly positive, then the values fall within the higher range, that is +1 higher range. +1 is the extreme positive value. From this point through 0.99, positive values can range till means from 1 to 0.99. Whenever no relationship exists there between the variables, the value falls in 0 point. Zero correlation means no relationship at all. When there exists negative relationship, the value of correlation falls within the point ranges of -1 to -99. Here you have seen +1 to positive 0.99 plus 29. 0 means no relationship. On the third category, we have seen that -1 to -0.99. This is the ultimate range, and these three types of correlation we can find, and by doing so we can report the findings of our research. In the practical field, it gets difficult to find zero correlation, which indicates no attribute at all. In reality, we never find such situation or thing or matter which do not possess any quality. This way, correlation generally may be positive, highly positive, or lowly positive, and negative, highly negative, or lowly negative, which indicate particular degree of relationship. Friends, it basically in practical field it gets difficult to find zero relationship because it means that there is no attribute at all. But in psychology, once we see intelligence, if we study the intelligence of two groups, then we do not in practical field find a particular person who is born without intelligence or who is born without, without intellectual capabilities. May be difference there among various persons of the two groups, and that's why for the determination of the variation, we have to use either positive, positive aspect or negative aspect, but we do not basically find zero correlation, which basically means no relationship between the variables at all. And this is one of the most important types of quantitative research methodology. And the other types, as I do remember, for your repetition, I am to repeat that experimental type of quantitative research, quasi-experimental type of quantitative research, survey type of experimental, survey type of research or survey research, and that's called correlation type of studies or correlation studies of quantitative research. And depending on all these specific types, we can solve different problems in the field of science as well as in the field of social science too. So friends, study all the contents so that you can have the concept so much as well as you can keep in mind for writing in the examination as per your demand or necessity. Thank you so much for today.